Last night was a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I know that for a fact. The after party in Big Brother's house is always better than the party, because that is when the drama begins to unfold. And last night's drama, it came in full bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, it was chaotic, very chaotic. Like, these housemates were just literally employing different strategies. And there was Onyeka. Oh my God. Listen, frankly speaking, I must give Onyeka flowers. That girl knows how to, how do I put it now? She knows how to manage her camera time. She knows how to manage her camera time, you know, and she was just giving some little highlights last night, and it was quite interesting to see. Yeah, entertaining as well to watch. Yeah, so there was an Onyeka, and there was the Mbadiwe twins that were basically psychoanalyzing Onyeka's game. And it was quite funny to me because, I mean, it's not new. It's very obvious the game Onyeka is playing, yes, but it was also quite interesting to see that there are people in the house that have clocked her game and they were talking about it. But then the question I was asking was, what you going to do about it? Yeah, what are they going to do about it? Anyways, there was Onyeka. There was also Anita and Tofa, who were almost literally going to swallow each other's faces, you know, via that kiss. That kiss was so ridiculously lengthy with the whole house as spectators. That one was happening. And then that was Wannixhandi, their siblingship feud. And guys, that one just happened out of the blues. And I was quite confused. And that feud did not end up until this morning. Yeah, I'm speaking about 4 a.m.-ish. Yeah, past 4 a.m. even. Did not end up until this morning. Oh, and that was not the end of it all. There was also Suj and Nelly quarreling. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. At some point, I was asking, like, okay, what exactly did these housemates drink at the party? Because it seems like whatever they drank, the moment they got into the house, there was like a chain reaction for drama all over the place. So ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do on this video is we're going to analyze some of the major dramas. Right now, if there is time and space on this video, because I don't want this video to be ridiculously lengthy, so if there's more time, we will touch up on everything. But if there's no time, then expect a part 2 video from me, all right? Because I don't want to rush the gist. There's a lot to analyze and we need to touch up on every single detail. So please make sure you watch to the end of this video. Do not skip out on any part. You do not want to miss out on anything, all right? And of course, I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below. You're all welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Guys, please do not forget to like this video. Give this video a thumbs up. It is your own indication to me that you enjoy my content, so please like this video. I mean, it won't be bad to see over 5,000 likes, right? So let's get it. All right, now without further ado, let's just quickly dive right into the details of this video. Let's take it from the beginning. The party was a blast, no doubt. It was a blast. The housemates had a swell time. They had the time of their lives. Everybody was dancing with everybody as usual, which is one of those things that I really love about this season's housemates. Yes, you know, the fact that they all dance freely with one another. But then it became a problem for Nelly. Yes, and that was what caused the conversation of her jealousy, you know, with Suj. So we're going to touch up on that one much later. But beginning with the beginning of the after party, the moment the housemates went into the house, there was a flirting session between Ozzy and Victoria. Of course, we know the triangle that Ozzy has been working towards building in that house, you know, involving Victoria and Onyeka, and these girls are actually aware of what is going on. It's not like they do not know, and in a way, because they know that it's going to bring them some highlights, so they've been playing along as well. Yeah, so Ozzy and Onyeka, they had their flirtatious moment, you know, and Victoria was a bit touchy. Ozzy himself was also being touchy, you know, but he was trying to flip it, you know, to make it look like Victoria was the one that was being touchy. But anyways, it was a playful moment between them, and then Victoria had left. Now, in the midst of all of that, Fairme David was calling the whole house together, to come gather in the lounge so that they could play games, right? And I am glad that that game did not happen, because I would have lost my shit, ladies and gentlemen. I was sick and tired already of all these their lemon rubbish truth or dare games. I just needed something more creative, and thankfully the feud between Wani and her sister Ndi, it rescued me from that misery. Now, initially it wasn't really clear what the issue was between the twin sisters, because one minute they were gathered in the lounge, but the next minute Wani was upset. Ndi herself was also upset, and Ndi was more offended because Wani was going off at her. And then Wani had left to, was it the toilet? Yes, she had left to the toilet, and was it Onyeka or Ben that was talking to her? And she was just upset and going off that, look at me, I'm not high. But she looked at me and said that I'm high. Why is she telling me that I'm high? I'm just talking, I'm just expressing myself. But she said that I'm high. And this is the part where I'm going to knock production on the head, because this girl was obviously in a vulnerable state. She was obviously in an emotional state. And she said to that person she was with in the bathroom or toilet that she was coming out, that she wanted to urinate. And then before we knew it, the cameras literally showed this girl's nakedness, from head to her chest. And I was just so mad at it. I was really pissed, because I'm thinking, whoever is handling the cameras, seriously? Like, seriously? When things are happening around the house, you don't show us from the beginning, no. But now you're going to go and show somebody's boobs, like live on camera. Like, seriously, that was really annoying, to be very honest with you all. That was very annoying. But anyways, Wani used the toilet, and then she came out. Now, Sean, on the other hand, had pulled Ndi aside, and they were talking about the situation. And as at that point in time, I still did not really understand what the issue was, because these twin sisters, when they are talking, they are very, very fast. Especially Ndi. Tell her. I'm the only one that's got a back. I've got a back. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Can people talk? Let me comprehend. Like, what's going on? But after a lengthy conversation, it turned out that that matter was in a way connected to Onyeka. Again, yeah, it was in a way connected to Onyeka. From the gist that was going on between the Mbadiwe twins in the kitchen, Sean had actually been looking at Onyeka's bum. Yeah, he had been looking at Onyeka's bum. And I don't know if Wani had caught that and that kind of triggered her. I don't know, but they were just saying a lot of things. And the issue for Ndi was that she was trying to pipe down her sister, diffuse the situation, because the sister was already riled up. But then Wani went off on her and was shouting at her, and Ndi took offense with that, because for her, anybody else in the house can come to you to try to pipe you down in disguise because they want the gossip, they want the gist. But I am your twin, I am your sister. If I come to you, it's because I have your best interest at heart. So why are you attacking me? And that was the issue for Ndi. Anyways, the conversation continued, and later on it became a crying situation, because just when I thought the situation had been diffused, Ndi started crying. She was crying and crying and crying in the gym. OC was consoling her, and then later on they moved to the garden, and she was crying and crying and crying. And then there was Ben, was it Ben or Sean, rather Sean, that was consoling her, and she was crying and she was forgetting her emotions. And guys, it was so much, because whilst Ndi was outside in the garden crying, Wani was inside the house, and she was very, very mad at her sister, because for her, why are you trying to draw attention to yourself with your tears? If you are so upset and you want to cry, why don't you cry on your bed, and then somebody will definitely see you, and then they'll come and call me to come and console you, and then we're going to diffuse the situation between us. That was Wani's upset with her sister Ndi. And frankly speaking, I felt like that was quite selfish of Wani. Yeah, I felt like that was quite selfish. As a matter of fact, the relationship between the twin sisters is not balanced. According to how things have been playing out this entire season, I mean, guys, let's call a spade a spade. According to how things have been playing out this season, Wani has got her excesses. She's the one that easily throws tantrums. She's the one that easily loses her temper. She's the one that easily goes for the attack, right? Whilst Ndi, on the other hand, is like that silent voice of reasoning that will try to pacify her sister, and when her sister, like when she does not succeed in trying to pacify the sister, she has no choice but to join her sister in engaging the target or the enemy. So most of the time, it is Ndi that is always indulging Wani's excesses. And so it seems like there's no room for Ndi to also express her own excesses when she wants to. So it's like she always has to be the bigger person. She always has to be the mature person. Whilst Wani is free to explore her devices. She's free to act childish. She's free to do whatever, mess up and do whatever. And because she knows that she's got a sister that always has her back. So I was quite offended that for the first time, when Ndi is really offended about something and she really wants to cry about it, instead of, you know, lashing out at her sister is actually upset that she's drawing attention to herself. And I was thinking, like, girl, I don't understand. Your sister is actually really hurt by your inconsiderate actions towards her. Instead of you to go apologize, instead of you to go make peace, you are here mad at her that she's crying because she wants people to come and see her, and now people are going to go and talk to her and ask her what is wrong. I'm like, girl, you're quite selfish, Wani. You're quite selfish. And it's totally unfair. You should be out there right now consoling your sister, pacifying her, and assuring her of your love and care and commitment, instead of sitting down here and saying what you're saying. And ladies and gentlemen, do you know the annoying part? Ben was hovering like a fly. It was like this guy wanted to get all the juicy tea, because we know that the next morning he's going to be spilling that tea to TJ, he's going to be spilling that tea to Chizoba, he's going to spread it to anybody that cares to listen around the house. So he was acting like a mediator. Like, this guy was so active, you know, he was consoling Wani. And I love the fact that sometimes Wani would tell him, please leave, I need space. I mean, the guy was just shamelessly, like, trying to source for news, trying to get information, and it was just so annoying to watch. But that whole drama dragged on and on. But then finally, they were having a very lengthy conversation about their issues, and guys, it resulted into a crying session, and that session was so lengthy, and their conversation became quite repetitive, because they were just repeating and retalking and resaying and retelling everything that they were saying right from the very get-go. It was getting boring, it was getting really annoying, because at the end of the day, all that was needed between those sisters was just an apology from Wani. An apology. I honestly felt like Wani was just being selfish. Yeah. I mean, Wani can not only be the person that gets all the attention all the time. It's like an emotional vampire. You know, you keep sucking off the emotions of your sister, but when your sister is offended by your actions, you are still, you know, in a way, gaslighting her into believing that she's the problem, whereas you are the problem, you know. So I was just really disappointed in how Wani handled that whole situation with her sister yesterday. But the good thing is they finally settled after a million years of talking. They finally settled their differences and then finally went to bed. Now, let's go back to Onyeka's involvement in all of this drama. Now, Onyeka was the reason Wani had been triggered in the first place. Remember, Wani had a conversation with Onyeka, I think about 2 days ago, you know, sharing her insecurities about having too many ladies around her man. And Onyeka had acted like she understood what Wani was saying. But with the way she behaved yesterday, it really proved that she actually did not give a fuck. Like, she did not care. Yeah. Because Onyeka was, you know, stepping into the mix of that whole situation between the twin sisters, but she was still moving around, moving funny. Now, the Mbadiwe twins, they were watching everything, and then they called her to the kitchen and they were asking her, come, what's up? What's happening? And you know how Onyeka usually talks in the house? That, me, I don't want any ship in this house, so me, I'm just going on my own. No, these people are just giving drama. I'm just, what's my own? I'm just doing my own thing. Oh, you know, she's always acting like she doesn't know what she's doing. You know, like she's just a free bird walking on her own around the house. She's innocent of all charges. Whatever people are assuming or perceiving her to be, she's completely innocent of it all. That was the way she was carrying herself. But then Mbadiwe twins, they were not fooled. They told her, they said, Onyeka, you know what you're doing. It's not your fault that the guys are looking at you, or maybe the guys would once in a while look at you. But the fact that you are even there, you know, you are positioning yourself there, it's already a problem, because you know that they are in a relationship in the house. So the fact that you're already there, it's already a problem. You don't even have to do anything, but the fact that you're always there, you're just constantly there, it's a problem, and you know. So you cannot act like you don't know what you're doing. Now they were telling Onyeka all of this. Onyeka was like, no, me, I didn't do anything. What did I do? It's not my business. It's not my fault. And they were like, listen, you can say that to anybody, but you see those twin sisters, Wannixhandi and Handi, they are not the people that you would tell that you don't know what you're doing, because they are not dumb. They are smart. They know. They see things. So you cannot be doing what you're doing and then you are acting like you don't know what you're doing. And ladies and gentlemen, the Mbadiwe twins' analysis of Onyeka was spot on. And this is what I was trying to tell you guys on Twitter. I put out a tweet some days back that Onyeka is suffering from delusion of grandeur. You know, she strongly believes, and this is what I'm about to say, she was repeating it again last night. She strongly believes that she's the most desired female housemate in the house. She strongly believes that all the guys in the house, they want her. And so what she does is she places herself in different situations that is quite triggering, you know, to the relationships that those guys are in. In other words, she is working really hard to position herself as a threat to all the ships. Now, she's not really a threat to all the ships, for some of the ships, but that is the narrative that she's speculating around the house. It's more like a reverse psychology type of thing, you know, what people do not believe and what people don't see, you're working so hard for them to believe it and accept it, that that is their reality. Still in a conversation with the Mbadiwe twins, there was something very interesting that OC had said to Onyeka. She was quite there, right? But she was acting like she wasn't there, like she wasn't listening. They were actually making noodles. And OC had said that Onyeka assumes that all the guys in the house loves her, a bomb, that's her ass, you know. And so what she does is she deliberately places herself in their faces. Whether they're in a ship or not, she deliberately places herself in their faces, you know, trying to portray herself as a threat to their relationships. And most of the time, that is not even the case, because not all the guys love big bum. There was actually speculation in the house that, oh, the person Sean was dating before actually had big bum like Onyeka. So Onyeka is constantly putting herself in front of Sean, you know, so that Sean will notice her. So the Mbadiwe twins were really spot on in their analysis, because remember, these guys are very, very observant. They've clocked Onyeka's game before, and they have clocked it again last night. And they were telling her to her face that this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing, and you need to stop, because you cannot continuously say that you're not doing anything, whereas you're working harder than the devil. You're doing everything in your power, you know, to position yourself in these people's faces as a threat, whereas it's not like you are. Whilst they were telling her all of those things, Onyeka carried her face and was acting like she wasn't the one they were talking to. Yes, and both of them, they left the kitchen at some point, and she was left alone in the kitchen. And then she started saying to herself, I mean, she knew that the camera was on her, because she kept on turning her eyes and the camera was on her. And that was when she said that this house is so dramatic, this house is full of so much drama, but peace of mind wants to finish her. That she doesn't even want to be in any shippo, that everybody should just leave her alone. She doesn't want to be in any shippo, and Ozzy should stop trying to put her in a triangle because she doesn't want it. Listen, frankly speaking, that moment was quite hilarious and very good for TV. Yes, very, very good TV. I mean, as a matter of fact, as she dropped that statement, yeah, the next thing I was imagining was production patching it up together with all of their highlights, you know, for the Sunday live eviction show. It's really gonna make good TV, yes. But here is the fact: all of those things Onyeka said in that statement were actually false. Because number one, beginning with the Hosie and Victoria's triangle, Onyeka is working her and the devil to put herself in Ozzy's face. And Ozzy is fully aware. So Ozzy has tried to push her away, but she's still going. So what the guy decided to do is, okay, fine, let's play ball. He decided to create a triangular situation. And now she's trying to make it look like, oh my God, he's trying to force me into a ship with him, with Victoria. Don't put me in there. Is it like, don't put me in there? But she's always carrying herself into it. The other one, she said, oh, everybody's in a ship in this house. I don't want to be in any ship. People should leave me alone. It's a lie. It's all reverse psychology. Onyeka desperately wants the guys to start making advances at her, but they are not. And so she's working at that and the devil to be that problem in every single ship. And then talking about the house is so dramatic, she's got peace of mind. Onyeka does not have peace of mind because she's very restless. She's very restless. She's looking for where the drama is. She's looking for where to create the drama. She's always restless, yes. And I give it to her. Am I mad at it? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not mad about it because this is the game we're talking about. We're looking for individuals that will play the game. So Onyeka is actually playing the game. But is she delusional? Yes, she is. She is. Just as the Mbadiwe twins put it, that is exactly how and what Onyeka is doing. So ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see how this whole thing works out for Onyeka because at the moment, she's still doing a lot, you know. I mean, she didn't sleep until I think about past 5 a.m. or thereabouts, and she was still going around flirting with the guys. She was flirting with Suj. Suj was the one that actually called her, but she was flirting with Suj. Guys, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. But I'm going to stop talking here right now because I would love to hear your thoughts about this whole thing. Do you think Onyeka is really a threat to all the relationships, or do you think she's trying to make herself a threat to all the relationships? Do you think that all the guys in the house actually desires Onyeka the way she's portraying it to look like? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. And also for the Wannixhandi's twin sisters drama, do you think Wani handled that situation fairly? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video shortly where I share with you the details of the Suj and Nelly's dramatic situation last night. All right, thanks for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.